Hey friends, if you love pears, you're going to love this recipe and you've got to try it. I'm calling it a pear cobbler, but it really is more like a delicious ooey gooey pear bread pudding. And if you like that kind of thing, follow along and I'll show you how I did it. I started by taking enough pears to make 4 to 5 cups of diced pears in my bowl. Now I did get these pears off my own pear tree. We've had this pear tree since we moved in about 15 years ago, and sadly we lost a huge limb this year. But thankfully we were able to get all of the pears off that limb and even share them with family and friends. Now we're going to put 1 stick of butter in a pan and put that in the oven at 350 degrees while we finish the rest of this recipe. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, 2 tablespoons of sugar, a 1/4 cup of water, and about half to a tablespoon of cinnamon, depending on how much you like cinnamon. And then we're going to mix that all around in this bowl. Now our pears come off the tree, they're pretty sweet, so I don't like to add too much sugar to this. And I have actually seen a recipe where people could use canned pears, so that's an option too if you don't have fresh. But if you're like me and you have a pear tree, you have an abundance of pears this time of year. Now we're going to set that aside and get a new bowl, and we're going to add our dry ingredients first. 1½ cups of flour, 1 cup of sugar, 1 3/4 teaspoons of baking powder, and about 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And then I just combine these real quickly with my measuring spoon here before I added my liquids. Now, and the only liquid you need to add to this is 1½ cups of milk. And another reason I love this recipe is you don't have to get your electric mixer out. You can just use your whisk and whisk this all together. Now by this time, your butter in the oven is probably nice and melted, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to pull that butter right out of the oven. And you'll not believe how easy this recipe is. Literally, we're going to pour our mixture right over this butter. It's almost like a pancake mixture. And then we're going to spoon our pear mixture right on top. And now you can see how all that butter kind of runs to the sides. I will admit, even though you don't need to stir that, I did move some of that butter around to the middle of that as well, just to get it fully incorporated. Now, if you want to try this recipe, I'm going to put it up on the screen. So if you want to take a screenshot of it, here it comes. It was so easy. I really hope that you guys tried this one. It was so delicious. I'm not going to lie, we had it as dessert, but we also had it for breakfast a couple of days as well, because it was like that ooey gooey kind of bread pudding. It felt like breakfast. Now once this is all, see how I move that butter over just a little bit to the middle? I just thought that it would cook better that way, and honestly, I think it did. So we're going to put this in the oven at 350 degrees for 1 hour. And after 1 hour, you will see it comes out so nice and golden brown. The edges where the butter was get so deliciously buttery, and instead of a crusty cobbler top, it's more like a soft, delicious bread pudding style. Oh my gosh, you guys, this was so good. I 100% recommend this one. Like I said, I've already made it twice this year, and I still have pears on my tree, so there's a good chance that I'm going to make it again. You could serve this with whipped cream or ice cream. We served it with ice cream and it was so delicious. Let me know if you make it and let me know if you love it as much as we do. Thanks for watching.